Hello friends, welcome back to English Mastery Podcast. I'm David, and today I have something a little different for you. We are going to practice English using a story, not a long, difficult novel, a short, learner-friendly version. Simple, English, clear sentences, slow listening, so you can understand everything. And before we start, I have to say this. A lot of you listen to our podcast every week, but you don't realize you're not subscribed. So take 2 seconds now, hit subscribe, and keep learning English with us. All right, let's begin. Today's story is a classic adventure. It's called Treasure Island. I will tell it to you in slow, clear English. Then later, we will learn the most useful words from the story. After that, you will repeat after me to practice pronunciation and speaking. So listen carefully. You can pause. You can repeat. You can even write parts down. This is your study time. Ready? Let's go to the island. A long time ago, in a small, quiet village near the sea, there was a little inn. An inn is like a small hotel. This one was called the Admiral Benbow. A young boy named Jim Hawkins lived there with his parents. Life was simple. Guests came, guests left. Nothing dangerous, nothing exciting. Just normal days near the ocean. But one day, everything changed. An old sailor arrived at the inn. He was tall and strong, but his face looked hard and tired. He had a big scar across his face. He didn't smile much. He didn't talk much. He looked like a man who had seen trouble. Every morning, he walked up the hill near the sea and looked out at the water with his telescope. He was watching for someone. He looked worried. He looked nervous, like he was afraid of being found. He drank too much rum. He sang old pirate songs. His songs scared the other guests. His name was Billy Bones. Billy called Jim over one day and said, "Boy, I want you to watch for a sailor with one leg." He gave Jim a silver coin every month to do this job. Jim did not understand why Billy was afraid of a man with one leg, but he understood something Billy was hiding from someone. Then one day, an even scarier man came to the inn. He was blind. His name was Pew. Even though he could not see, he was dangerous. He gave Billy something called the black spot. The black spot is a pirate sign. It means danger. It means your time is ending. When Billy saw it, he became very pale. He was so afraid that a few minutes later, his heart stopped. Billy Bones died right there in the inn. After he died, Jim and his mother opened Billy's small sea chest. They wanted to take the money he owed them. Inside, they found coins from many countries, but they also found something more important, a map. It was a treasure map. It showed where the famous pirate Captain Flint had hidden his gold a long time ago. Jim understood this was not just any paper. This was the start of an adventure. So Jim took the map to Dr. Livesey, a smart and kind doctor, and to Squire Trelawney, a rich man in the town. Jim showed them the map. They were surprised and excited. They decided to go and find the treasure. They made a plan. They would get a ship. They would hire a good captain. They would sail to the island. They would find Captain Flint's gold. They found a strong ship called the Hispaniola. They found a serious, honest captain named Captain Smollett. Jim was allowed to go too as a cabin boy. He was young, but he was brave. He felt proud to join the journey. He had never been on a real ship before. On the ship, there was also a cook. His name was Long John Silver. He had only one leg and he walked with a wooden crutch. But he moved fast. He smiled a lot. He told funny sea stories. He had a green parrot on his shoulder that shouted "Pieces of 8, pieces of 8." Everyone liked him. He looked friendly. He sounded friendly. But later, Jim discovered the truth. One day, Jim was hiding inside a barrel on the ship. While he was hiding, he heard Long John Silver talking to some of the other sailors. Jim listened quietly, and then he learned the secret Long John Silver. And many of the crew were actually pirates. They had a plan. They would wait until they found the treasure. Then, they would take the ship. They would keep all the gold for themselves. Jim was scared, but he stayed quiet. Later, he told Captain Smollett, Dr. Livesey, and Squire Trelawney everything. Now the good men on the ship knew the truth. Some of the crew were loyal, but many of the others were dangerous. They had to be careful. They had to be ready to fight. After many days on the sea, they finally arrived at Treasure Island. The island was green and wild. There were trees, hills, rocks, and hidden places. It looked beautiful, but also secret and lonely. Some of the men went to the island right away. Jim also went ashore. He walked alone into the forest. There he met a strange man named Ben Gunn. Ben had been a pirate too, but his pirate friends had left him on the island. He had lived there for 3 years. He ate berries and goats. He was a little strange, but kind. Ben told Jim a big secret. He had already found the treasure. He had moved it and hidden it in a safe place. He said he would help Jim and the others, but they had to promise to take him home. While Jim was talking with Ben Gunn, things got worse on the island. Long John Silver and the bad pirates tried to take control. The good men, Captain Smollett, Dr. Livesey, and Squire Trelawney, moved into an old wooden house on the island to protect themselves. The pirates attacked them with guns and swords, but the good men were smart and brave. They fought back. Jim also did something very brave. He found a small round boat and went back to the Hispaniola by himself. He fought one of the pirates and won. He took control of the ship and moved it to a safe place. This helped the good men a lot. In the end, the pirates tried to use the map to find the treasure. They went to the place on the map. They dug and dug, but there was no gold there. They were angry. They realized someone had already taken it. They had been tricked. It was Ben Gunn. He had found Captain Flint's treasure earlier and hidden it in a cave. So the good men got the treasure. There was gold, silver, jewels, and coins from many parts of the world. They took it to the ship. They were ready to sail home. Long John Silver was still with them. He sometimes helped them, but they did not fully trust him. Then one night he disappeared. He took a small bag of treasure and escaped. No one saw him again. Jim and the others sailed back to England. They were safe. They were rich. But Jim was not the same boy anymore. He had seen danger. He had seen greed. He had seen bravery. He had learned about trust and friendship. He had grown up. Welcome back, my friend. I'm David, and now it's time to learn the most useful vocabulary from today's pirate adventure. You'll hear each word, a short explanation, a simple example, and then you'll repeat after me. This is where your listening becomes speaking. Let's begin. By the sea. By the sea means near the ocean or next to the coast. Example: they built a small house by the sea. Now you. They lived by the sea. Good job. 2. Inn. An inn is a small hotel, usually quiet and cozy. Example: we stayed at a little inn during our trip. Now you. Let's rest at an inn. Excellent. 3. Rough. When someone looks rough, they look wild or untidy. Example: the sailor looked rough with messy hair and old clothes. Now you. He looked rough and scary. Scar. A scar is a mark on the skin after a cut or wound heals. Example: she has a scar on her knee from when she fell. Now you. He has a scar on his face. Nervous. Nervous means you feel worried or afraid something bad might happen. Example: I feel nervous before a big presentation. Now you. Jim looked nervous. Watching for someone. To watch for someone means waiting and looking to see if they come. Example: he stood by the window watching for his friends. Now you. He was watching for danger. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out means to watch carefully or stay alert. Example: keep an eye out for your bag. Now you. Keep an eye out for trouble. Pale. When someone is pale, their skin looks very white, often from fear or sickness. Example: she went pale when she heard the bad news. Now you. He looked pale. Collapse. To collapse means to fall down suddenly from fear, pain, or exhaustion. Example: he collapsed on the floor after running. Now you. He collapsed on the floor. His heart gave out. If someone's heart gives out, it stops working, often from shock or fear. Example: he was so frightened his heart simply gave out. Now you. His heart gave out from fear. Adventure. An adventure is an exciting journey that sometimes includes danger. Example: climbing the mountain was a big adventure. Now you. That was a great adventure. Voyage. A voyage is a long trip by ship. Example: the voyage took many weeks. Now you. We went on a long voyage. Strict. If someone is strict, they follow rules closely and expect others to do the same. Example: our teacher is strict but fair. Now you. The captain was strict and honest. Take over the ship. To take over the ship means to control it, often by force. Example: the pirates tried to take over the ship. Now you. They wanted to take over the ship. Right away. Right away means immediately, without waiting. Example: come here right away. Now you. Start the voyage right away. 6. Walk off. To walk off means to leave quietly or without saying anything. Example: he didn't answer. He just walked off. Now you. Jim walked off into the forest. 7. Treasure. Treasure means valuable things like gold, silver, or jewels. Example: they searched for hidden treasure. Now you. The map showed the treasure. Pirate. A pirate is a person who steals from ships at sea. Example: The pirates attacked the ship at night. Now you, Long John Silver, was a pirate. Crew. A crew is the group of people who work on a ship. Example, the captain spoke to his crew. Now you, Jim, was part of the crew. Chai. Map. A map shows directions or locations. Example, they followed the map to find the treasure. Now you, he found a treasure map. 1. Cave. A cave is a large hole or space inside a hill or mountain. Example, they hid the gold in a cave. Now you, the treasure, was in a cave. 2. Promise. A promise is something you say you will definitely do. Example, I promise to help you. Now you, they promised to take Ben home. 3. Escape. To escape means to get away from danger or control. Example, the pirate escaped during the night. Now you, Silver escaped with a bag of gold. Cool. Brave means not afraid to face danger. Example, she was brave during the storm. Now you, Jim, was brave on the island. 5. Grow up. To grow up means to become an adult or more mature. Example, he grew up after his adventure. Now you, Jim, grew up on the voyage. Take a deep breath. Now choose 3 or 4 words that felt new to you and repeat them again out loud. This second repetition helps them stay in your memory. If you can, imagine the pictures while you speak. That's how your brain remembers faster. You've just finished a full listening, reading, and shadowing session using a classic story. You didn't only learn new words, you practiced pronunciation, rhythm, and real understanding. That's how fluency grows, one clear story at a time. Keep listening, keep repeating. And remember, English isn't about perfection, it's about connection. This is English Mastery Podcast, and I'm David. See you in the next episode.